we are back in 20XX, and if you look at the update timer, you may have noticed the game has just updated. It is indeed Christmas Eve as of this recording, and I'm going to showcase some of the changes that have been made. So I'm going to grab Ace, and the first of which is you can charge his sword. It gives you a much bigger attack range. All in all, pretty helpful. Now, you can also see the new enemy type in there, the flower. It launches a vine. You can actually just think of the move as Vine Whip. Just pretend it's Bulbasaur. Depending on whether or not you actually like that Pokemon, you can treat it accordingly. And damn it, I kind of messed that one up. But the enemies there have been some art changes made. I'll point that out to some of the enemies when we get to them. There are new enemy types beyond just the flower. Here we have the Amatic. I don't have a sub-weapon, and they changed the terminology. You no longer have a secondary weapon, you just have powers. But otherwise, the enemy frequency I think actually has gone up, but so has the drop rate for pretty much everything, so it kind of offsets itself. And all in all, it does make it a lot more helpful for you, since you will have more money and stuff, and I believe the shop spawns more frequently, so I won't have the problem of sitting around with something like 70 nuts and not able to spend a single one of them. But I'm kind of hoping I get a new enemy type here to show you in a second. Okay, you can see the gorilla there. That is one of the ones that has received an art update. It still functions, for all intents and purposes, the exact same way, but there also is a new type of him, a smaller blue version that fires 2 shots at a time. And, wow, we're at the end of the level and I'm out of time for the bonus clock, but there are new sub-weapons. The studs have been taken out of the game with the exception of the gold stud, so you don't run into the problem of just getting spammed by those. Right there was the new bee art, but I kind of killed it too quick to showcase it. I don't know if those have changed, but there is a new version of them as well. Pretty much all your normal mobs have new versions, and there's the new art for the bronze barrel. And here's one of the new sub-weapons, the flame shield. You have to toggle this on and off. It generates a shield of flames around you. It kind of addresses some of Nina's problems, but the thing is, you actually have to hold on to it long enough. There was the new bee, the big one that's supposed to be able to shoot fireballs. And this is my first time seeing the new dragon. I don't really know what he does. And I never will find out. But right now I actually have a lot more money than you'd notice in the previous videos, and I'm hoping that might be a shop up there. But there were some other balance changes made. The suicide bomber enemies in the frost place finally got nerfed like I was kind of hoping. The beta version of them, the more advanced one, is still functionally the same. It's the smaller normal one that's considerably more tolerable. And here we have the Bantam Dancer, which can come in handy depending on what enemy I run into at the end here. If it's the Vanguard Bulwark guy, as I usually call him, not a problem. But some of the other ones can be a bit problematic. Sadly, you cannot reflect projectiles just yet, but all in all, I'm content with the longer range, so they addressed one of the concerns I had with Ace. And there we got the air dash. You can see there is a little bit of awkwardness with the hitboxes, like you can use this again immediately after you're doing the charge shot and it will still have the enhanced hitbox. Something small, but you can use it to your advantage for some of the unfavorable map spawns. Okay, enter scoop, so there's going to be increased enemy energy drops. Since I don't really have a good sub-weapon for Ace yet, I'm not going to really be able to take advantage of that, but maybe we'll get lucky here and we'll get something worthwhile. Okay, we have a minute left, and it's the barrel. So this guy has received a change, as you'll see when I fight him. He is much, much more tolerable. Show us your new bullets, buddy. So yeah, they're no longer the size of, like, Nina's shots. Considerably more manageable, but his little shotgun spray is freaking annoying. Tank. Health and power at the expense of speed. That should offset the Bantam Dancer we got a moment ago. Here we have the Health Finder, and here is a new weapon. Transposer basically allows you to swap places with whatever you happen to tag with it. It does work for bosses at the moment, as I'll try to show in the next fight. Depending on who it is, these ice guys are still pretty brutal for Ace. You can see he only does a cross-spread explosion now, and if you can kill him, he no longer does his little explosion thing that you have to watch out for. The other one, I still find using that the full 8-point explosion and stuff. Still not really a fan of these segments. And, wow. Okay, I don't really need the nuts. I could use some health, though. And it looks like I do have to go down after all. So yeah, some invisible walls are still in place. And I could use a heart container here. I'll take it nonetheless. As for this, I always hate getting that one, and luckily we can see now that it's not worth going through the hassle of getting. We got a little bit of extra health, which could come handy here, and here's the other one that is functionally the same as the previous version. And this is a considerably lengthy level. As for this guy, he now has the ability to reflect things off the shield as a way to hurt you from range. Freaking annoying, I know. .30 seconds, and it's boss time. And it's the penguin? Oh god, the hard one. So yeah, our journey may be coming to an end here. And I hope I killed him in time for the bonus, because if not, burning all my energy there was not really worth it. 7 Leaf Clover, increased drop rate, and yes, we get the No Leaf Clover. And here's the new cool weapon, the Quint Laser. So hopefully I get in a situation to kind of showcase that. Anyway, to the next level, and hopefully we can find a store so I can buy some upgrades. I could use a white feather, just some more power. There are a lot of things I could make use of. Damn, that's gone. And there's a shop down there, I think. Gold stud, the one remaining stud. So the devs were in agreement with how those were pretty much the thing you got more than anything else, which is not really that good since you definitely need a variety of items to make it till the end and survive, and there was nothing back there. Okay, I'm running into the problem of tons of credits, no place to cash these out at. And this is the longest I've actually gone without seeing the battery staple shop, which has me a little concerned. Not worth going. There we go. So we have the Nut Whisper. I can just buy all of these. Increase nut drop, increase speed, brain food lunch. Sadly, nothing to address my mobility problem. And I don't really hit that much harder. I think I've only gotten one. Okay, I did get the tank, that's right. So yeah, my attack power is currently sitting at a 3 rating. Nothing to write home about, but we'll make do. As for this one, please not the shield guy. Okay, it's not the shield guy. So that's the new sub-weapon. You launch that giant pixelated bullet. And we managed to live to suck another day. Potato battery? I need some life. Come on, Blue Lander. Transmutation. Oh no! I got rid of my, damn it. My new weapon. My favorite. It's gone. And I probably could have used the transmutation there on the energy one, but oh well. That was sorely needed. Maybe we'll get lucky with another shop. Heart container. Okay, this may be a worthwhile run to Eridu. Shit. The invisible wall. Seriously? I don't think... Wait, I can jump off of the flame thing. So yeah, that was... almost made me to just reset the game thinking I was stuck. Shit. So that's still the alpha version of him, it's not the blue one that double taps you. Lucky us. And as for this one, I don't remember if you can actually run along the top anymore. We're about to find out. Yeah, there was nothing worthwhile in there. Holy crap. Okay, so we have the spillover matrix, the heart container, and that's all I'm taking. I don't know what the nut one is, but... whoa, I'm not passing up the 5. And that cost me a lot more health than I would have liked, but... we have a chance to make it up here if we can find some energy. And there goes said energy. invisible wall. 20 seconds to fight the boss. This is probably the shield guy. Nope, Gunpowder Guardian again. Oh, I do have it still. I don't know if he can spawn the beta types, but if he can, then this can get really ugly. Damn. So I didn't mean to jump in the teleporter, but that's it for Ace. Let's hop over to Nina. Hopefully I get some decent upgrades this run. Okay, we have a chest down here. Gold. Gold stud. Might be nice to just disable that from even spawning in the first level, since the only way to get a sub-weapon is to buy it from the battery staple shop. And I don't know how many people will actually have the 15 nuts that easily to buy said weapon. Don't need the health, so I'm not going to play with the spikes over there. Enter scoop. I don't know if it converts the existing drops or if it just changes the drop rate of that one type of item. Might be something worth asking the devs about. Nothing. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave the one over there. I have less than a minute remaining, so I need to be on my way. Okay, don't know what the hell that is. Okay, too much money, not enough anything else. Seriously, 30 nuts on the first level, and it's the Prophet, the cannon guy. So, did I get it? I don't remember if I showed... Oh. Nope, time ran out. Don't remember if I ran into him as Ace to show how he's different, but maybe you actually can kill him before he's able to move. Energy armor, this is pretty handy. Basically, you turn the energy bar into an extension of your health bar. We have the boomerang blade, my former favorite weapon. And there's nothing down there, so I'm not going to play the game of portals here. But the nice thing is the energy armor does synergize with the enter scoop I got, so I should be able to keep my energy somewhat topped off. I would hope. Okay. Ice on this platform is so freaking annoying. Okay. Now, seriously? At times I think they couldn't position the portals any worse here. But how do I get over there? invisible wall. So, screw it. Let's just get out of here. I've wasted too much time as is. And I do want the energy here just because it's effectively health. But I will not pass up health. And sadly, unlike with Ace, Nina doesn't have a way to check what that is. Luckily, this time they simplified it by not putting anything over there for us. And yeah, I would have been better off taking the ice damage. And I'm just getting the hell out. It's not worth it to stick around there. So I'm not going to be able to get the bonus, but I got the red guy on screen. That's the original Suicide Bomber, the freaking annoying one. And here we could be facing the shield guy? Nope, the Suicide Bomber, Gunpowder Guardian. Certainly I don't have a lot to speed this up, and that thing forced me to move forward so I couldn't keep him locked up, but still got to clear him. I'll take the barrel. Attack boost 1. So nothing to really write home about, but it'll come in handy. Meantime, next level. We are back in the Vacuum Lab. Damn it. The major threat there is the plant. Now that he's out of the way, I can go after the Vanguard guy. And there you get to see the other type of the Vanguard, the blue one that double taps you. Definitely means business. Glass cannon, I'm not going to take that. It only gives you 1 power, I believe, in exchange for something like 2 or 3 health. So, you can hopefully realize I'm not exaggerating when I say it's not worth it. But I will take the tank and the Nut Whisperer. You know what, let's just grab the No Leaf Clover. It's going to increase enemy spawn, which means I could get more drops. I'm starting to stack some health, that's good. Now I just need a little bit of power behind my attacks and some way to attack enemies that are vertical or diagonal to me for when I get to Eridu. If I get to it in this run. Worst come to worst, I did do a different run with... seriously, game? I did do a different run that I can splice in just to show you how Eridu looks, and it also will show off one of the new weapons. Right there you got to see what I meant by that thing can hit you through walls. And it's in an absolutely horrible spot. Okay, this is really bad. So if you're wondering, this is the No Leaf Clover in action. Sometimes the spawns aren't that bad, other times it can just be freaking ridiculous, and now that I think about it, that could get me killed in Eridu. believe you can still only have 3 projectiles on screen with Nina, so if you don't hit the enemy at short range, you cannot fire like a machine gun. Come on, tell me I have a diamond crate down here. No, just gold. Okay, I can use the sprint shoes. Will not help at Eridu at the slightest bit since you have to deal with all the air currents, but hopefully it'll speed up the entire journey to there. Definitely could have used the thing that converts nuts into health. But if we go through this, it could be the Vanguard Bulwark guy. And it is. So to do the whole 3 projectile thing, I need to stand back a little bit. Or I have to get to a certain distance within him in order to machine gun like that. And we get the Excalibur. So I'm not going to be using sub-weapons this playthrough. Wonder what the max health is. But yeah, my attack rating is 5, which is freaking huge. The only way this could get any better is if I actually got a different weapon type, like the Forculator, the Wave Beam, something. And is my energy armor no longer in effect? Just a gold crate. Damn it. I could definitely use that. Damn it. So I don't really have... well, I have the air dash. But, okay, there's the health I was a little worried about. And what do we have? Nothing's down there. I was kind of hoping it would have been a shop where I can burn some of these nuts, but no dice. Okay, I'm starting to get filthy stinking rich. Who is it this time? The rolling guy? Could be the dragon, could be the bulwark. It's the dragon. And I want the gold chest, so I'm willing to tank a little bit of damage from him. Health finder, that can come in handy, I guess. Phantom Dancer, that'll help. And here we have the Flame Shield, which may be what saves my ass come Eridu. Level 5, Vaculab. definitely can use a white feather already. And once again, nothing's down there. Damn it. There's two of them. And the spam is getting a little ridiculous. Okay, I'm sitting on 88 nuts. Where the hell is the shop? I saw it a lot more often before I started recording, but I'm gonna blame it on the whole fact that I'm recording now. Yeah, I don't think it's down there. If it is, I can try to get back. And I'm gonna guess my health finder is broken. We may find out what the cap is on nuts this playthrough. Okay, I have 30 seconds to kill the boss. Who is it? Dragon or Bulwark? Okay, this guy. Sadly, at this point, he does have a crapload of health, as you may have noticed. So I gotta make sure I gun him down all the more quickly. Yeah, I haven't been in a position to use my weapons, and I probably won't be. Blood magic is of no help to me. And that sucked. I don't have transmutation. Gonna go on time stopping. This one had its cost reduced so you can use it more, and I believe we're now at Eridu. Okay. Calm down, my loving fans. I'm not gonna bother with the crate. Whoa! How many guys are up there? Holy crap. As for this, I don't think there's a way through this, so this is probably where the playthrough ends. Okay, that seems to be working. Sadly, I'm completely defenseless, so I'm gonna die right here. let's grab this, that, and that. And I kind of need that health upgrade, or health pickup. And yeah, this is where it ends. So, this is the next part of the Echoes of Eridu installment, or 20XX installments. I may do one more this week. Depends on how my schedule looks, but... So, this is patch number 3, I believe. If I can think of anything else to say, I'll post that in the description, but I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.